I have a lot of these conversations, both in business and the nonprofit world and with educators. And so what I'm seeing, eh, and I saw data in your background. One of the theories that I have is that where home ec and shop class, in the 1970s and 80s, there were some essentials, right? That
Yep.
kids really needed to learn, whether they were at public school or private school. My feeling is design thinking and data analytics are two of those today. If you don't understand how to think through what is a problem, who's the end user that we're trying to solve for, how do we empathize with that stakeholder, how do we divergently think using artificial intelligence, which it's awesome for, and then convergently bring our human skills in to find out that and then prototype and iterate like that. That is a skill that anybody's going to have going forward. And if you don't understand data and you're trying to deploy AI, particularly fully autonomous AI, you're pretty much lost. Am I off on any of that?
No, I would agree with that. I mean, that's going to be crucial for the future, and we and it just to add on to kind of future-proof skills
Yeah, please do.
that we are building our curriculum at Alpha on, we have 5 categories of life skills that we teach Alpha students at every grade. So pre-K through 8th, and then our high schoolers have aspects of these as well. But these are teamwork and leadership, storytelling and public speaking,
Oh, yeah.
entrepreneurship and financial literacy,
Nice.
relationship building and socialization, and grit and hard work. And
Love
so at each level, we curate, we spend the afternoons curating life skills workshops to ensure that students are gaining these skills. And at the end of each workshop segment, we have what we call a test to pass, where the students go through some sort of experience in an environment with an audience to display the skills that they've learned. I'll share an example of our kindergarten and L1, so like first graders essentially in San Francisco, to kind of build on. I think this exercise touches on all of these, except maybe probably not storytelling, public speaking, or entrepreneurship and financial literacy. But the other skills I mentioned, I think this exercise really hits on all of them. But the little tiniest Alpha students in San Francisco biked 5 miles across the Golden Gate Bridge without stopping. That was their test to pass event for this life skills workshop. And a lot of these students didn't know how to ride a two-wheeler coming into this, but they worked with their classmates and helped build each other up, and the guides were there to take it step by step and teach them how to ride a bike, and then maybe ride a mile and take a break, then 2 miles and take a break, and all the way up to 5 miles across the Golden Gate Bridge. So it's exercises like that are, again, age appropriate. The students have a chance to display them in a test environment. So we're truly ensuring that the students are obtaining all these skills. And the skills that I mentioned, those we believe are essential for any future career. I think Alpha, people associate Alpha with a lot of tech folks and entrepreneurs, which, yes, a lot of our Alpha parents fit into that group, and a lot of Alpha students go on to run their own companies, start and run their own companies. But we have students who are really passionate in music or fashion and want to go work in New York or direct a Broadway show. We have students with all types of interests, and regardless of how AI changes the world as we know it and the job market as we know it, all of the skills that Alpha teaches are crucial to any future job, and what we consider AI proof.
And I would agree. I love what you're teaching them. My guess is, in having most things activities based, you're creating a hybrid type of student that. So your entrepreneur parents, right? That's a guy who can get up and pitch to a venture capitalist and talk to a room and capture a room, right? Whereas your more software engineer type kids are like your Satya Nadella, who had to learn how to talk to a bunch of people because it just doesn't come naturally, right?
Mhm.
I think you have to have both skills
Yep.
really as we go forward. And some people are natural salespeople, and other people are natural introverts, but they're super, super high IQ. Like you, are you seeing kids come out with well-rounded skills so that not only can they think with alongside the machine, but they can talk to the people who are trying to operate it as well?
Absolutely. And like you said, not every student comes into alpha with all of the, a well-rounded skill set of all of the life skills that I just described, but that's half of our day is committed to building those. So every student comes out of alpha just extremely well-rounded in all of those. So it's really cool to see the growth.